The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 26th Chapter, text number 22, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 31st, 1974, in Bombay, India.
After the manifestation of the Mahatattva, these features appear simultaneously. As water in its natural state, before coming in contact with earth, is clear, sweet, and unruffled, so the characteristic traits of pure consciousness are complete serenity, clarity, and freedom from distraction.
सत्सत्तम अविकारित्यम शांतत्तम इति चेतसः वृत्ति भी लक्षणं प्रोक्तम यथापां प्रकृति परा. In the previous verse, we have discussed that jat-tat saptagunam satcham. Satcham means transparent, clear. Now that satchattam is explained. What is the meaning of clarity, clear? Uncontaminated. These are the symptoms. Satsatam avikaritam. Without any change. Freedom from all distraction. Just like here there are many mothers sitting, and the natural affection for the child and the child's complete dependence on the mother's mercy is visible. There is no need of explanation. That is natural. If the mother is taking care of the child, it is not artificial. And if the child is feeling uncomfort without being on the lap of the mother, that is also natural. This is called avikaritam, natural affection between the mother and the son. Similarly, we have got our natural affection for Krishna. That is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti Sadhya ko bhuno Savanadi Shuddha Chitte Karoe Udoy. Just like sex impulse, it doesn't require to how to awaken sex impulse. Natural. Similarly, Krishna Bhakti is our natural inheritance, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, or sons of Krishna. Aham bija padapita. It is the same example. There the mother and the child has got natural affection. Similarly, with Bhagavan, we have got natural affection. Bhagavan has got natural affection for us, and we have got also natural affection for Bhagavan. And the external covering which checks this natural affection, this is called Maya. Just like touched, what is called magnetic stone. Magnetic stone naturally attracts the iron. Iron is naturally attracted by the magnetic stone. Similarly, Krishna Bhakti is not something which is unnaturally taught or unnaturally gained, artificial. This another vivid example is this. These foreigners, Western boys and girls, how they became attracted to Krishna consciousness, unless it is natural. Their forefathers, or they also, even 4, 5, 6 years ago, they did not know what is Krishna, neither they cared to know. But now they are almost mad after Krishna. Otherwise, why they are coming here? They have not come here in India to see your skyscraper building or industry. They are not at all interested. They have seen all these things in their own country. They have enough. So, why they have come here? They are after Vrindavan, they are after Mayapur, they are after me. What is the attraction? The attraction is Krishna. They are not interested with anything else. They do not go to see your skyscraper building in New Delhi or in Bombay. They have seen it. Enough. So why it is so? Because it is natural. Krishna Bhakti, Krishna consciousness is natural. That is the original consciousness. The example is given here, Jatha apaga prakriti para. It's like the water, rains fall from the sky. If you do not allow to touch the water, the ground, you take it in the middle, you will find crystal distilled water. You will find. And as soon as it comes down on the ground, it becomes muddy. The purity lost. Muddy, opaque, you cannot see, agitated. Similarly, our original consciousness is Krishna consciousness. That is Satcha. Satchatam, avikaritam. The original consciousness, we do not know anything else than Krishna. Avikaritam. There is no change. Therefore in the Vaikuntha planets, especially in the Goloka Vrindavan planets, that is exhibited when Krishna comes to show his dhama, Goloka Namni Nijadhamni, that is his own abode. So Krishna, when Krishna comes, he brings everything with him. His dhamma, his qualities, his place, his paraphernalia, his associates, his father, his mother, his friend, his consort, his trees, his water, everything he brings. That is Vrindavan. You'll find in Vrindavan still you'll find people are all automatically Krishna conscious. 84 Jurassic crores, about 160 miles area. So they are Krishna conscious naturally. And if you go to Vrindavan, this area, wherever you go, you'll feel Krishna consciousness. So the example of purity is still there, and what to speak of in the original Vrindavan. So from Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll find the Vrindavan Leela, the cowherds' boys, and the cows, the calves, the trees, the plants, the flowers, the water. The description is there that everyone is Krishna conscious. They do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They do not know it. Neither they care to know it. What is Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is Brahma, what is Paramatma, they do not care to know all these things. But they have unalloyed, unflinching love for Krishna. This is Krishna. Yashoda Mai is saying wonderful things in Krishna, but she never thinks that here is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. She thinks that Krishna is my child. This wonderful thing has happened due to providence. She thinks that the Supreme God or the Absolute Truth is different, and here Krishna is my child. So, as I have already said, the love for the child of the mother is natural. That is Vrindavan atmosphere. Everyone loves Krishna. Everyone is overwhelmed with love of Krishna. When they cannot find Krishna, they become mad. Although they do not know that Krishna, when they see some wonderful activities of Krishna, they think some demigod might have come here. Otherwise, how this wonderful thing is possible? This is pure love. This is pure love. Without any knowledge of the Supreme, powerful, Almighty, that is Sat Sattam, no contamination, pure love. So, the mission of human life should be how to clarify this consciousness again into that pure consciousness of Krishna consciousness. That is the mission of human life. The consciousness is impure, therefore there are so many varieties, material varieties, and we are captivated by these material varieties, but that is not giving us any happiness. We are especially very much unhappy on account of Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So, if we want to get relief from the miserable condition of this material life, this place is described in the Bhagavad Gita, Dukkhalayam Asasatam. This place is meant for miseries. Do not try to become happy here. That is foolishness. Mudha na vijanati mameva paramabhayam. These mudhas, these rascals, they do not know that here one cannot be happy, because real happiness is when he comes back to me. Mameva paramam takta deham punarjanma naiti. Mame. That is real happiness. Sukham attantikam jat tat atindriya grayam. Everything is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. So everyone is working very hard, struggling for existence, but they do not know how they can actually become happy. Nati vidu sartha gating Vishnu. That they do not know. So, it is our humble attempt only, this Krishna consciousness movement, at least to inform people that this is the way of happiness. Sukham attam tikam jatsa. Don't be carried away by temporary so-called happiness. That is not happiness. This is called maya. Maya sukhaya bharamud bahato vimura. Krishna says mudha, and Prahlad Maharaj says vimura. Not only mudha, but again added with what? Visishta. Vishisha prakarena mudha. Therefore vimura. So, Prahlad Maharaj says, soche tato vimukha cetasa maya sukhaya bharamud bahato vimura. That is the thankless task of the devotees. To turn this vimura from this maya sukh to real sukh. This is the business of the devotees. They have no other business. Their business is not for making money. Money they have got enough. And Krishna supplies all their money. So there is no such problem for a devotee of how to secure money. Their only problem is how to turn these rascals to Krishna consciousness. All rascals. Vimura. We say clearly, if you are not Krishna conscious, you are rascal number one. Now I am MA PhD, still you are rascal. That is our word. You don't care for your PhD. You know that you are a rascal because you do not know Krishna. Just a few minutes before, one gentleman came to see me and he advertised himself that I have read the Vedas, I have read the Puranas, I have seen Dr. Radha Krishna and so on, but I do not get peace of mind. So I asked him, you have studied so many literatures, do you know who is God? The God who has created this, what is his name, what is his address, that he does not. Yes. This is going on. Vimura. They are proud of education, proud of learning, advancement, everything, all right, complete. But real knowledge, do you know God? That he cannot explain. That he cannot explain. He will explain something hodgepodge. This is the disease. Therefore they are vimura. Real knowledge means to understand God. That is real knowledge. Vedashcha sarvai ahamiva vedyam. What is the Vedanta? To know Krishna or God. Krishna and God are the same. If one knows God but does not know Krishna, his knowledge of God is incomplete. His knowledge of God is incomplete. When he knows the Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, then his knowledge is perfect. Iti changsukala pungsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari back. Indari back long. Brayanti Jugedi. And Krishna said that aham sarvasya prabhava. The Vedanta says, Janmadasya jataha, God or Absolute Truth means the source of everything. And the source of everything is coming down before you. And in his original form, Krishna, Dibhuj Muralidhar, Krishna, here he is standing and he is preaching, aham sarvasya prabhava. I am the source of everything. The mura na vijana. But the rascals, they do not understand. The God is speaking in everyone's presence, aham sarvasya prabhu, I am, aham, like this, aham. Matta sarvam prabhu, is still the rascal will learn. Let's see how much rascals we are. Therefore Prahlad Maharaj said, the mudha na vimudha maya sukhaya. They are trying to be happy within this material existence, maya sukhaya. Bharam. Bharam means gorgeous arrangement. Very gorgeous arrangement. Very big road, big skyscraper building, and big machine, big industry, and so many big things, big wars, big politicians, big political activities. But so mudha that does not think for a moment how long these big things will be enjoyed by me. Certainly there is credit for creating all these big things, but Maya will not allow me to enjoy these things. At any moment I shall be kicked out. And what insurance and guarantee I am made, just I can enjoy this. Therefore it is called Maya Sukhaya. Wasting time, making gorgeous arrangement. Not only this true, but this whole thing can be finished within a second. If there is a big earthquake, everything will be finished. We have got experience many times. Anything will be finished. This Bombay can be turned into sea, and the Bombay can be pushed in an island within the sea. Material nature is so strong. Devidjisha gunamai mama maya durattaya. And under her spell, we are trying to become happy. Maya sukhaya. Bharamud bhato vimura. And the devotees, the Krishna conscious persons, they know that this is all false. Not false, temporary. Simply bewildering. On account of contaminated consciousness, people are trying to be happy in this way. But devotees know that this kind of endeavor is simply bewildering, simply waste of time. Real business is how to purify my consciousness, come to the original Krishna consciousness. That is real business. Sat-sattam, avikaritam. That is our real business. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching is that our only business is how to revive our original consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. That is one. Without this, whatever we are doing, in the words of Srila Prahlad Maharaj, it is all Maya Sukhaya Bharamad Bhuto Vimura. Maya Sukhaya. Therefore, these are the symptoms of Krishna consciousness. Sat-sattam, avikaritam, shantattam. Shanta, I have already explained last night, several times also, that shantattam, shanti. Just like I told you, that many people come, I do not get any peace of mind. How will get peace of mind? Here in the material world, you cannot be endowed with the peace of mind. It is not possible. Why? Because here everything is maya. Bharamud bhato vimuna. Asadgraha sada samudvigna dhyam. Asadgraha. Asat. Asat means that which will not stand. The material nature is like that. It will not stand. This body we have got at a certain date, and it will continue up to certain date. Then it will vanish. You'll get never again this body. Finished. So, this is called asat. Asato ma sadgama. This is Vedic instruction. Don't remain in the asat. Temporary. Sadgama. Come to the platform of eternity. Asato ma sadgama. So, Shanti cannot be attained so long we are attached to this asat graha, sada samidvigna dhiya, tatsadu manne suravanta dehinam, sada samidvigna dhiyam asat graha. We are, all people in this material world, we are always sammak udvigna, samudvigna. Udvigna means anxiety. Always. Full of anxieties. Sada samudvigna dhiyam. Why samudvigna dhiyam? Krishna consciousness means this. Sat sattam avikaritam shantattam. These three things. Krishna consciousness. Clear understanding, no change from Krishna consciousness, and shantattam, peaceful. Iti cetasa vrittibhi lakshanam pruttam. How one has become Krishna conscious. These are the symptoms. The Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na sochatina. We have to understand by the symptoms. If somebody says, I am very rich man. So generally we want to see the symptoms. He is very rich man. He has got this car, he has got this house, he has got this. Then we can understand his rich. But if these symptoms are not there, how we can understand that he is rich man? Similarly, Krishna consciousness means these are the symptoms. Sat sattam, avikaritam, shantattam. When you attain these three stages, these symptoms, then you are perfectly Krishna conscious. Thank you very much.